Hey, Mark Stewart here, and I'm really looking forward to our time together at the Back Pain and Sciatica workshop that's coming up. It's going to be awesome, especially if you're looking for natural treatment options and healing options without medications, injections, and surgery. So if you're looking to get back to normal again and you don't want to rely on drugs, then this workshop is definitely for you. Now, I want to go over something really important today. Playing off of our last video where we were talking about, is your pain reproducible? A lot of people that we see have trouble with walking, standing, sitting, driving, getting in and out of the car, yard work, housework, and things along those lines. And I wanted to show you the number one biggest mistake that people make that really gets them into trouble. Now, a lot of times during the workshop, we will treat somebody live from the audience just to demonstrate how effective this treatment can be. And just this last workshop I did, we had somebody that was really skeptical. She had pain for a really long time. She had been to, I think, 4 other physical therapists. She had chiropractic treatment. She even had epidural injections. And she'd been through the ringer of almost everything you can imagine. And she was a really tough case. She had pain, numbness, and tingling that was running the whole way down her leg, all the way to her toes. She had pain with standing and walking, and she was really, really struggling. So we did a demonstration. We actually treated her right up front. And when we got through treating her, she stood up and she said, "Wow, I feel like so much better." She did awesome, and it was great, and she felt better, and everybody clapped for her, and it was really, really nice. But what she was doing was basically this. So with any problem that we have in life, there are 3 basic ways that we can handle that. And the number one most common thing that we do is we ignore it. Now, just because we ignore a problem doesn't necessarily mean that we're silent about it. Usually what happens is we're making excuses. And we'll say stuff like, I'm just getting old, or I've always had a bad back, or I had an injury when I was younger, or it's the weather. We'll blame it on our genetics, or whatever that might be. Maybe we have a really tough job where we have to sit all day. I mean, there's a million things that we can blame it on, but none of that is really getting to the source of the problem. So here is what happens. If we take a look at our life and you map out all the activities that you do, you have some that are really, really intense, and those would be on the outside here. And then we have some that are easier, and those would be on the inside. Now, what happens is, and what happened with this lady is she was limiting herself. And basically she said, hey, every time I stand or walk for more than 15 minutes, I get pain. And I said, so what do you do? And she said, well, I don't stand or walk for more than 15 minutes. So if standing and walking are on the outside here in terms of intensity on the outside, then, and those things start bothering you, then you just stop doing them. And we just take those things out. So there might be other stuff out here like running a vacuum cleaner, or things that have a higher level of intensity, but that leaves you getting boxed in to things that are less intense. And when those things start bothering you, then you'll eventually stop doing those things, and you're just going to get boxed in. And if you continue to ignore the problem and you don't get down to the source of your back pain and sciatica, you'll eventually lose all of these things. And that's what was happening with this lady. Now, of course, we can figure out ways to compensate and do all kinds of stuff, but that's just a form of ignoring what's going on. So eventually what happens is we just get to the point where we can only sit or we can only sleep. And that's no fun for anybody. But unfortunately, many times when we're seeing somebody here in physical therapy, they're waiting till they get all the way down here and they're told they need surgery, and if they don't get surgery, then they're not going to be able to walk. And by the way, that's all garbage, and we're going to dispel a whole bunch of that and other myths for you. But basically, people wait until they lose all areas of their life, and the whole reason that they're doing this is because they're ignoring the cause of their pain. So at the Back Pain and Sciatica workshop, I'm going to show you exactly how we can help you through that, and how we can help you handle the cause of your pain so that you can get back to normal again.